That's all.
Okay, why just because you're going to build a vehicle are you going to know the future?
The vehicle creates those problems that you must resolve before you can introduce the technology. You've got to know what the resolution of those paradoxes are. We call them, they create mindsets that are very dramatic in terms of how people's brains function.
Is that because when you get in a vehicle, you're actually time traveling?
Well, to negate gravity, you got to negate time, and so time is the power of the bird, and that's where the power. We don't believe it comes from space or 0 point. We believe it comes from time, purely and simply, and that energy and time are the same thing.
And isn't Bill Hamilton working with you at this time?
Oh yeah, yeah, he's one of my science team.
Because he's written a book on time travel, I know.
Yeah, it's quite accurate, I might add.
Oh, very good. That's nice to hear. And what about Ramsey Clark? What's your relationship with Ramsey?
Ramsey and I have been friends since I was in my early 20s working at the White House in counterintelligence measures, electronic countermeasures for the Johnson administration. I've subsequently been associated with the Republicans, with President Nixon and President Reagan.
Okay, but now, didn't you call yourself a libertarian anarchist? Is that right?
I've gone from being originally a Democrat to a Republican to a libertarian anarchist. I'm in favor of massive change. I'm in favor of the what I call the extraterrestrial revolution, which gets rid of the need for government and all of this crap that goes with it. These decision makers that basically screw with our lives every day.
Okay.
And I don't think they're necessary. If we know the future, we don't need people to make decisions for us. Decisions already made.
Okay, why aren't you working with Bob Bigelow, for example?
Because Mr. Bigelow is worried, apparently, about his funding from the Senate and the Congress for his inflatable HABs that he's putting up in the shuttle and some of his satellite work. And if he does work on alien technology, then he won't get funded. They don't want to fund you. The government can't fund you if you're trying to...
Is that because Majestic holds the rights over the alien technology?
No, we own the intellectual property these days, and we tell them that, so I guess they probably figured out that we'd figured out how to get a grip on the intellectual property, but they don't want it out for many, many reasons. I mean, you're talking about destabilizing oil, coal, gas, and nuclear, and the banks that are associated with the cash flow, which is huge. It's 80% of the economy for the energy, and that money all flows through banks, and if the banks don't get it, what do they get? They lose about 80% of their cash flow.
So is the idea that they're letting, say, the CIA is working with you on this now because it's basically coming to an end game? Is that what...
Yeah, I mean, there's an evolution toward the revelation of what the technology is to the world, and in my opinion, CIA is probably going to be the only agency that survives the revolution. I've never known one that wasn't a patriot in 1 week. And I mean, patriots that walk into bullets.
Okay, but are you talking about patriots in the sense the United States is going to run the world?
Patriots in the sense that the United States is going to evolve along with the rest of the nations of the world into some type of new, what we call New Earth Order, or a better system of how things work, which is not necessarily a world government, but probably is more like a system where the future is known. God writes the scripts before time passes, and he knows. In most of your religions, they claim that God knows the past, the present, and the future. Well, if he knows the future, it's because he wrote the script. If you can see the script, then all you can do is live the script. So that's what we believe happens, that the forward time scanning capabilities of the technology allow governments to not have to be governments, because there's no need for decisions by bureaucrats. You don't need them to tell you how to live. It's all written out how it's going to be. It's all alien or extraterrestrial. I don't like to use the word alien. Extraterrestrial civilizations probably all go through the exact same revolution. Oil seems to be a part of the evolution of planets to get their energy, and then the oil is no longer needed because it creates problems like the global warming problems that we have today.
So are you building a craft to go to Mars?